on our final yama, our fifth yama that we're going to cover, and that yama is called Aparigraha. And it means non-possessiveness, non-greediness, non-hoarding. So not accumulating more physical things than you need to have, or even attachment to ideas or to individuals, any kind of possession or beliefs that you might have. So it includes not taking more than you need, kind of being aware of not being greedy, right? The more stuff we have, the more we have to take care of, and the more time it takes, and the more it kind of distracts us from what might have more meaning in our lives. So Aparigraha is about, in a way, simplicity and letting go of old beliefs so that new beliefs can come in. So it encourages change and growth. And so in our daily life, it might be, cleaning up lots of clutter, not thinking about, not taking more than you need. Maybe we're all in that stage of life, I think, where we're thinning down possessions, but also opening up to new beliefs, new belief systems. So if we have a feeling about ourselves, we kind of identify ourselves as perhaps being a certain way. When we let go of that, we're able to kind of open up to new possibilities, to change and to growth. And in yoga, sometimes we think about certain postures as being bad, or being ones that we don't like, or being ones that we simply can't do. And sometimes there are reasons that we can't do it, but other times it's just this blockage. I just can't do this. I don't like this posture. So it's opening up to the possibility that maybe if you look at it a different way, it might not be so bad, because the posture itself isn't a negative. It's not a bad thing. It's just the way we're holding on to our thoughts about it. And in yoga, as we breathe, or in daily life as we breathe, every time we breathe in and then let it out, we practice the skill, the art of letting go and making room for new. So our breath is a beautiful example of practicing letting go of stuff we don't need, the bad breath. And so we'll do that as we settle in this morning. You might think about that, letting go of things, thoughts, beliefs, people that don't serve, things like that. So sit nice and tall, draw your navel in, lift your sternum, roll your shoulders up and back, relax your hands down onto your lap. Your eyes closed or gently open. Just begin to breathe with awareness. Filling up with all the new breath. Exhaling, letting go of the old, the stale, the used up breath. So filling up just a little more deeply with each new breath without causing stress in the belly, tension in the belly. So don't force it, just encourage a little deeper breath on the inhale. And a little more complete exhale as you draw the navel into the spine. Thinking about that beautiful cleansing action of letting go of the old breath, bringing in the new. So 3 more breaths. Really connecting to that, filling up and letting go. And after your third breath, move your awareness to your physical body. And as always, checking in with what's true for you today in your body, what might need extra care, what might be tender, maybe healing. Taking a little mental note. Your body will tell you if you shouldn't move in certain ways. So just accepting what's present for you in your practice today. Finding a modification, a way to move into a different posture if the one I'm proposing doesn't work for you. And then begin to move, eyes closed, real natural, organic kind of movements. Just let the body lead. Don't really even think about it. Just do it. You might do some forward folds. Nice rotations of the torso. Little gentle twists. Maybe rotating the head in a circular motion or side to side. And then coming to a nice tall spine, coming into seated mountain pose. Roll the shoulders up and back, bring the hands down by your sides. We're going to do 4 sun breaths as we do so often when we begin our class, really filling up and letting go. So inhale, fill up, hands pressed together, overhead, exhale, let it out, draw the navel into the spine, empty all the way. And then inhale, fill it up again. Exhale, let it go. 2 more. On your next breath in, arms reach up overhead, interlace the fingers, turn the palms to face the ceiling. Relax the shoulders down. Nice tall spine, nice stretch through either side of the rib cage. Take a breath in, exhale, take a lean over to the right. Keep drawing that left shoulder back. Relax the shoulders. And let the head be wherever you'd like it to be. Maybe you turn down towards the floor, straight ahead, or up towards the ceiling. Whatever feels good for your neck at this stage of the practice. We haven't warmed it up yet. Inhale back up, exhale over to the other side. Press out through the palms, relax the shoulders. Draw the right shoulder back, breathe. Inhale, up, reach high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart, maybe a little arch in the upper back. A little modified cat and cow using the arms here. And your hands are at your heart. Take a nice breath in. And a big breath out. Bring your arms up overhead without interlacing the fingers. Take a twist to the right with the left hand to the outer right thigh. Sit nice and tall. Draw the navel in. Shoulders parallel to the floor as best you can. And let the head begin to drift forward and back. Noting the range of motion that's here for you. As you turn towards the back shoulder, pause and take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, nod your chin to your chest, relax your shoulders. And take 2 big breaths. So you might use that exhale to let go of any tension or tightness. Bring the chin back to neutral, turn it towards the front. Take a nice breath in and exhale as the chin nods, relax the shoulders and breathe. 2 breaths. Next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Take that twist to the other side, twisting to the left. Find the right spot for you, not an intense twist, a gentle twist through the ribs and the shoulders. Let the head turn back and forth. Checking this side out. It's often very different from one side to the other, so just notice. And the next time you're turned towards the back shoulder, pause, take that breath in, and exhale, let it out, release whatever might be holding or gripping. Relax the shoulders, 2 breaths. Bring the chin to neutral and turn it towards the front. Big breath in and exhale, nod and relax. 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, both arms sweep up, torso faces forward, root down through the legs, and fold. Coming into a seated ragdoll, so maybe the arms just dangle, or maybe you hold opposite elbow. You can sway or be still, whatever seems to call to you this morning. I like to let my arms dangle and I like to sway, but you might like to be still. You might like to hold on to opposite elbows. Maybe nodding or shaking the head. Always taking a nice big breath in this nice forward fold. Exhale, let all the tension kind of fall from the crown of the head out through the elbows or hands. And on an inhale, sweep the arms wide. Bring yourself all the way back up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Take your hands onto your lap, a big breath in, shrug up, and exhale, side out. 2 more of those. Inhale, shrug up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, release it. Beautiful. Roll the shoulders, both of them at the same time, forward 3 or 4 or 5 times. And then do that in reverse. Rest your hands onto your lap. Take your left arm up. Turn the palm to face behind you. And then bend at the elbow. Keep the upper arm as close to the ear as you can comfortably keep it. Elbow as straight up as you can make it. Take the right arm out, thumb down, palm facing behind you. And then just reach behind you. Try to catch your fingertips of the left hand. May not make it, but that's okay. You can grab your shirt maybe and crawl your way out, or just let your fingers touch if you can get that close. A couple of nice breaths. And then release. And go to the other side. So the right arm will come up, facing the palm behind you. Bend at the elbow, rest your hand right on the base of your neck. Take your left arm out, thumb down, palm facing back, and come behind you, reach towards your other hand. So depending upon whether you're right or left-handed, your dominant side can often touch the other hand and the other side is a little stiffer. That's true for me, but that's okay. Just settle into whatever is happening here and breathe. Don't force, don't strain. And then release, shake everything out. And then bring your arms out to the side with the palms up. We're going to tap our shoulders 10 times. So here's 1 and 2 and 3. I just hit my ear. 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Keep the hands on the shoulders. Bring the elbows together. Here's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Forearms up, and we'll extend and tap the shoulders. Here's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and 9, and 10. Left elbow on top, find eagle arms, and take your right leg up over, cross your legs, bring your legs close together, squeeze the legs together. Pull the arms apart, tuck the chin. Big breath in here. And as it suits you, either stay upright and breathe or fold with the forearms coming down to the lap, chin stays tucked, 3 breaths into the back body. After the 3rd breath, bring yourself up if you're folded and unwrap and move to the other side. So we're going to take the right arm on top this time for our eagle arms and take the left leg up and over, squeeze legs together, pull arms apart. Exhale, tuck the chin and decide whether or not to fold. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, stay upright and breathe or fold. Keep the chin tucked. Big breaths, 3 of them into the back. And on the 3rd one, bring it all the way back up, unwrap, shake everything out. And we'll do our core work. So set yourself up, feet are flat on the floor, knees are over the ankles, core is engaged, so navel in, low ribs in and up, lift the pelvic floor, so engaging those bandhas, those mula bandha at the pelvic floor, the uddiyana bandha, which is up here in the solar plexus. So we're going to take our knee and our elbow towards each other, keeping that engagement in the core. 10 on each side, out count, starting either side. Here's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Arms down by your sides. You'll extend the same side, arm and leg. Really extending, pressing out through the heel, reaching with the fingertips. Here's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. Last 1. Feet as wide as the legs of the chair, hands on your thighs, circle your torso in any degree that you like. Big circles, small circles, slow circles. I wouldn't recommend super fast circles, but somewhere between slow and moderate. Just really feel the movement. Decide whether shallow or deep feels best for you today. Notice what direction you're going in and then stop and reverse that direction. One more circle. When you get back to center, sit nice and tall. Bring your feet about hip width distance and take that right leg up and in. Give it a squeeze and rotate at the ankle. Bring the ankle with the foot flexed onto the left leg. Just see what's going on here with that right hip, low back, buttocks. And decide whether or not a little lean forward would suit you today, or if staying upright is better. Just breathe and let that release happen with the exhale. So the exhale just allows everything to soften and relax. That beautiful letting go effect that the breath offers us when we choose to use it as that tool. And then press yourself back up if you're leaning forward. And take that leg down onto the ground. Take the opposite leg up, left leg up and in, rotate. And then eventually keeping that foot flexed, bring that ankle onto the right thigh. Check it out, see how it feels. Make a decision. So if a lean forward might feel good. I always love to kind of really dive inside and notice these little micro movements as the muscles relax in the torso. In my case, just kind of gets a little bitty closer to my shin. It's that relaxation effect. It allows the body to move even microscopically a little further. So you might notice that in your own body as you breathe in and out here. Using the breath as that tool to release tension and tightness. And then bring yourself all the way back up and bring your feet down onto the ground. You might like to have a little wider stance for our seated sun salutation. So find the degree of separation, if you will, that feels best for you as we do our sun salutations. We'll do a 3 plane and 2 twists this morning. So sit nice and tall, draw the navel in, arms relaxed by your side, chin tucked ever so slightly back. Inhale the arms up overhead and exhale into cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, fold. Inhale, find length, arms lengthen, shoulders draw back, heart reaches forward. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, root down, energize the legs, sweep the arms out, bring it all the way up and back to the beginning. 2 more of those. Inhale up and exhale into cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, fold. Inhale, find length, and exhale, fold. Inhale, root down to rise up. So use those legs. Come up and back to the beginning. Last plane mode. Inhale up and exhale to cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, find length, exhale, fold, and inhale, rise back up. And back to the beginning. So we'll add the twists. Inhale up and exhale. Lean on the inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, find length. Exhale, left hand down, right arm out to the side, rotate to the right. Inhale down and switch sides, rotate left. And inhale back down, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep wide, bring it up and back to mountain. Last one. Inhale up and exhale to cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Left hand down, right arm out. Bring it back down, switch sides, and rotate left. Inhale, back down, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart and pause. So the thumbs at the sternum, eyes open or closed, gaze towards the fingertips, nod the head. Feel the imprint of these seated movements. So the body may have warmed. It's kind of humid today, so it might have warmed a lot. Just breathe a few breaths, cool yourself down. Nice slow breaths. And then open your eyes and bring your hands to opposite shoulders. Set your feet in the position to support you. Slightly back of your knees rather than forward of your knees. And we will do 20 stand-up sit-downs if those work for you. Do as many as you can. If 20 is too many. Here we go. Here's a 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Bottom arm comes to the top for 11 and 12, 13 and 14, 15 and 16, 17, and 18, and 19. Last one, 20. Have a seat. Take a big breath in and sigh it out. And then find your way up to standing for our joint rotations and flows. So find mountain pose to begin. A little rocking or circling, just to really feel the weight of the body over the ball and heel of the foot, the rooting of the ball and the heel into the mat as you find stillness. Roll your shoulders up and back, relax your arms down. And just notice how everything is aligned as designed. And then as you open your eyes, bring your weight into your right side and step onto the toes of the left foot, toes pointing back. We're going to roll over them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The other way, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Left foot steps down and the right foot steps back for 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. And the other way, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Big toes together, heels apart, knees together, hands above them, and begin to circle those knees for 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Walk your hands up your legs and separate your feet. Soften your knees and circle your hips for 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Relax the arms, keep the knees relaxed, and move into standing waterfall as you rotate the torso and the arms just become empty sleeves, if you will. Just kind of following along with the movement of the body. Keep taking in nice full breaths, keep letting out big full exhales. Eventually coming to stillness. And step your feet apart, turn your toes out, bring your hands overhead. We are in gentle goddess, so we will sing 5 times. We will hold on the 5th. So here is 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. We'll hold 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Bring it up and step the feet together. Take the left foot and cross it over the right. Bring the hands overhead. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Relax the shoulders and lean to the right. Nice big breaths into the left side. And then unwrap the feet. Bring your hands to your shoulders. We're going to do a rotation to the left, keeping our hips straight ahead. So take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, just rotate to the left. Being mindful that your hips are going to want to turn. See if you can root down, especially through that left foot, and just let the rotation happen through the ribs and shoulders like we do in the chair. Bring yourself back, relax your arms down. Take the right foot across and bring your arms overhead. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Nice breath in, relax the shoulders, and lean to the left, breathe into the right. And then unwrap your feet and bring your hands to your shoulders. Elbows point out in opposite directions. Take a nice breath in, root down through the feet, rotate to the right. So keep drawing this right hip back. It's going to want to turn. So when we keep our hips straight, it's going to limit how far we can rotate, but that's okay. Just rotate to the best of your ability, keeping the hips facing forward. So we're really engaging the muscles that wrap the core, the ribs. Bring yourself back to center and relax the arms down. Maybe roll the shoulders a couple of times. And we will do some balance. So I thought we would do the same thing that we did in the chair, bringing opposite elbow to opposite knee in kind of a marching format. Now, if getting all the way up doesn't work, you can just kind of reach for your knee with a straight arm. Whoops, a straight arm. So we'll do it slow. We'll do 10 on each side. See how we do. So here's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Whoops. And 8 and 9 and 10. Okay, recovery is key. So I almost lost my balance, but I stayed up. So now we will go into tree pose. So weight on the right side, come onto the toes of the left. Turn that knee out, bring your heel to your ankle, toes to the ground, or maybe you bring your foot up. Hands to the heart, overhead, or maybe a hand touches the chair today. I'll watch the clock. And then turn that knee forward and step out of this tree. Shake things out if you like. And we'll move to the other side. So left foot down, nice tall on the left side, nice tall spine. Right toes down, knee out. Maybe the toes stay down, or maybe they come up your leg today. Hands at your heart, or maybe overhead. Find that drishti, that point of focus, and connect to your breath. And then turn that knee forward, step out of your tree, maybe shake it out a bit. And we're going to do our Dancing Warrior series this week. So we're going to start in star pose. So opening up all those areas that tend to get hot and sweaty, right? So our armpits, our groin. So the feet are wide, the arms are up like stars. Let the breeze blow if there's any breeze at all. Kind of settle in, relax the shoulders. And then turn the left toes out. Maybe you scooch them forward a little bit to find the right degree of distance from back to front leg. Arms will reach parallel to the ground. And then look over the front middle finger. Relax the shoulders. But get a little taller as you breathe in. Lift the ribs off the waist. Heart stays centered between the hips. And then flip the right hand, the front hand, reach it forward. And then reverse. So the front hand reaches up, the back hand reaches down, shoulders relax. Gaze can go up or straight ahead. Just settle into this pose. Bring yourself back to warrior two. And bring your forearm to your side, your back arm to the sky. You can stay right here or turn your palm to face the top of your mat and reach that arm. So you're a nice straight line from fingertips to outer edge of the back foot. And you can stay with your hand gently resting on your front thigh, or you can reach it forward if you want to work a little bit more for strength. And then bring yourself back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, bring your hands to your hips. Take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, bend into the front leg. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, drop the shoulder towards the thigh. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend into that front leg. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lean. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lean, and we'll hold in this lean. You can keep your hands right at your hips, really keeping the shoulders in line, right down the outside of that leg. Maybe you come into a full triangle by letting the bottom arm drape down and the top arm reach up. Heart is still open to the front, so you're drawing that top shoulder back. Bend into that front leg and find your way back to warrior two. Gazes over the front middle finger. Straighten the front leg, turn the toes forward. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to take a forward fold. So take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, glide your hands down towards your ankles. Press your sitting bones back to the wall behind you. And just fold. Maybe your hands only come to your shins. Maybe they get to your ankles. Or you wrap your big toes with your peace fingers. Relax the head, relax the shoulders. And then bend the left leg, straighten the right, and just move from side to side. Getting a nice stretch into the inner thigh, into the groin area. Eventually pausing in the center. Hands underneath your face. Inhale, lengthen. So you're on your fingertips, your heart is reaching forward, your sitting bones reaching back. Exhale, fold back down. Bring your hands to your hips and slowly bring yourself all the way back up. And find star. Just pause and star for a breath as you relax the shoulders, reach the fingertips, engage the legs. And then turn the right toes out. Find that just right distance on this side. Maybe the back toes turn slightly forward. Arms are parallel. Gaze is over the front middle finger. Flip the front hand, reach it forward and reverse your warrior. So the right arm reaches high and the left arm walks down the back leg. Shoulders relax. Gaze is high or straight ahead. Come back into warrior two. And then find side angle. So this front arm comes to the thigh and the back arm reaches up or forward. Again, you can stay with your hand resting on your thigh or reach it out in front of you. Just works a little more for the core. Bring yourself back to warrior two. And straighten the front leg, bring your hands to your hips. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, bend the front leg. And inhale, straighten it. Exhale, lean. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend the leg. Inhale, straighten it. And exhale, lean. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And then lean. So we can hold in this lean, hands on our hips, or let the bottom arm drop and the top arm float. triangle. So our head and our tailbone are in a straight line. Try not to let your head fall to the floor. Nice straight line in the spine. Bend into the front leg, come back to warrior two. Straighten both legs, toes reach forward, hands at the hips. Nice breath in. And exhale, glide. Hands right between your feet, under your face. Inhale, find length. And exhale, fold. This time, inhale, the arms reach wide. And unless you want to walk your hands up your legs, that's totally okay. If you want to work your core a little more, arms are out like wings. Bring yourself slowly back up. And let the blood come back down from your head into your heart. And then step your feet together. Just pause for a moment, feeling the impact of these standing postures, these joint rotations, and this beautiful dancing warrior flow. And then turn to face the top of your mat, and we'll find our way down to the floor. Nice tall spine, roll your shoulders up and back. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find length, shoulders draw back, heart reaches forward. Exhale, hands to the mat. One leg steps back and the knee lowers, and the other comes back. Hands are flat or fisted, fingers are spread if the hands are flat. 3 rounds of cat and cow. So the tailbone lifts, the belly drops, the heart and gaze. Lift. And exhale, tailbone turns down, navel draws into the spine, and the shoulder blades press up to the ceiling as the head relaxes down. So that's the slow version. You can move through this with your own breath at your own pace a couple of times. And then come back towards the back of your mat if you're not already there. Bring yourself up. We're going to do 3 rounds of kneeling sun salutation. So inhale the arms overhead and exhale, come into child's pose. Inhale, find table. Exhale, curl the toes under, lift the hips, send them back, and find down dog. Inhale the knees back down to table, and exhale, sink the hips back to child. Inhale, keep the arms reaching overhead as you come up, and exhale back to the beginning. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, come into child. Inhale to table, and exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, send them back. We're in down dog. Inhale back to table, and exhale back to child. Inhale, come back up. Exhale back to the beginning. Last round, inhale up, and exhale to child. Inhale to table, and exhale to down dog. Inhale to table, and exhale to child. Inhale, arms reach overhead, rise up. Exhale back to the beginning. Come back into tabletop. Bring one knee forward, lower that hip, and swing yourself around. Find Dandasana. Beautiful tall spine. Headlights point down. Legs engaged, feet are flexed. Roll your shoulders up and back, bring your hands by your hips, draw your shoulder blades towards each other as well as your elbows. Press the head against an imaginary wall and breathe twice. Big breaths. And then release the hands. Separate the legs. So we're going to bring the arms up overhead. Rotate towards the right leg. And then reach for your toes. You might even keep the right hand down and rotate, bringing the left arm up. If that's right for you. If it's not right for you, just stay folded. If you're twisted, bring it back down. And inhale, rise back up. Exhale, turn to the left and fold. Stay in the fold. Or take the left hand inside the left leg and right arm up to the sky if it's right for you. Otherwise, stay folded. Bring it back down and rise back up. Exhale, hands to the mat, just kind of walk them forward. Maybe you get to your elbows, maybe you're not. Maybe you just reach your fingertips. Try to keep a nice long spine. So you're pressing the back ribs towards the heart. Folding as deeply as you can. Some people can get their whole torso flat on the floor. That's really kind of special, I guess. Open hips. But just accept what's here for you. Walk your hands back. Bring your legs together. Bring your hands out as if you're holding a tray. So we're going to come back onto our backs. You can come back slowly or and help yourself, or you can come slowly, counting from 10 to 1. Here we go. There's 10, 9, 8, and 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Once you arrive on your back, take a full body stretch. Fingers reach overhead, toes reach long, big stretch. And then alternate sides. Big stretches. I like to imagine that I'm a rubber band. Just stretching from side to side. And then both arms reach, both toes reach, big breath in, arch in the low back as you fill up. And as you exhale, bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze, maybe rock a little bit. Maybe circle. A nice massage for that low back and sacrum. And then come to stillness, bring your feet down to the ground. Take your left leg up to the sky, maybe hold behind the thigh, rotate at the ankle, point and flex the foot. Same thing as we do in the chair, just a different shape here. And then keep the ankle flexed and bring it to your thigh. Press that left thigh away slightly. Keep this top left foot flexed, protecting that knee. And decide whether or not you'd like to stay right here. If this is a beautiful, delicious pose and stretch for you, that's great. Or maybe you lift that right foot off the ground. You can always put a block under it and just rest it there. It just gives a little more opening into that hip. Maybe you bring your hands behind your right thigh. Pressing that left thigh away with your left elbow. And if it's right for you, maybe you extend that right leg up towards the ceiling. Maybe circle the ankle again or draw some pretty picture with your toes on the ceiling. You can rock in this posture if it feels good. And then if your foot's not already on the floor, bring that right foot back down. Keep the figure 4 shape. And bring your arms out like wings. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, roll onto your right hip. Bring your left foot to the ground and your outer right leg to the ground. And if this left leg doesn't reach the ground, you can always put a block or a pillow underneath it. So props are proper. Whatever you need to do. Pressing that left thigh away from you energetically, relaxing the shoulders onto the ground, maybe turning the head to look over the left shoulder towards the left fingertips. And to come out of this posture, we're going to keep this figure 4 shape with our legs as we roll back onto our back. And then take that left foot down onto the ground and extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Hold behind the thigh, maybe circle the ankle, wiggle the toes. And then keep the foot flexed and bring that right ankle to your left thigh. Press that right thigh away gently. Decide whether this is where you'd like to stay. Or lift that left foot. Again, prop with a block or whatever if you would like to. Maybe letting the shin dangle down to the floor, or the foot reaches up to the sky, up to the ceiling, maybe rock or circle. Then come to stillness. Let that left foot come back down to the ground if it's not already there. Maintain this figure 4 shape as you bring your arms out to the side. And then roll onto that left hip. Let the right foot come down to the ground or to a block or pillow. And breathe. Maybe the gaze goes to the right. And on an inhale, just bring yourself back to that figure 4. And take the right foot down onto the ground. Bring your feet a little wider apart. And just let the legs windshield wipe from side to side. The next time your knees are over to the left, let them stay there. Sometimes it's nice to roll a blanket and kind of stuff it in between your legs, kind of lets everything soften and relax. A block can have a similar effect, it's not as soft. You can always take that left foot up onto the right thigh if that's something that works for you. Just deepens the stretch right to the front of that right hip. But if you have done that, remove the foot, bring your knees through center, let everything fall to the other side. So you always have that option of the block between your legs or under your bottom leg, or maybe if you have 2 blocks on both, in both places. You're gonna take your right foot onto your left thigh, if that feels good. If that's too much, then remove the foot. The gaze can stay over to the left, or straight up at the ceiling. Nice opening to the front of the left hip here. And then come back to center. Lift your feet off the mat, reach your hands between your legs, grab your big toes with your peace fingers, your ankles with your hands. Maybe you wrap the outside of your thighs, draw your thighs towards the floor, and let your feet kind of face the ceiling. So you're in happy baby. You can rock. You straighten one leg and then the other. Or both. And then release whatever bind you might have. Guide your feet back together. Lift your tailbone off the mat, stack your hands underneath, float your legs up for this final posture before Shavasana. As you float your legs up into Viparita Karani, your legs up the wall. If you have a wall you can scooch over to, do it. Let the legs rest against the wall. Ending the practice with the ultimate final pose of Shavasana. Finding your way to that pose, a pose that you can be still in and comfortable. So it might be right here with these legs up. Or maybe it's corpse pose with the legs extended, each heel on either side of the mat, toes flop open, arms by your sides, palms up, shoulders relaxed. And once you find it, once you're there, take a nice big breath in through the nose and let it out through your mouth. Feel the support of the mat underneath all the touch points of your body, the back of your head, your shoulder, your arms and hands, back, buttocks, thighs and calves and heels. Take a big breath in and let it go. Practicing that Aparigraha. I have a reading today called Circle of Breath by Donna Falls. When it goes, inhale and let go. Over and over, the circle of breath brings me into this moment. The even flow of air, the act of taking in and giving back. Breathing draws me inside the radiant reality of now. I can't breathe deeply and be fearful. Breathe freely and be anywhere but here. The whole of me embodied in these waves of breath. Breathing in and letting go. So as you rest in Shavasana, I invite you to think about where you might be able to simplify or let go of beliefs that don't serve you, of things that you don't need, of emotions that cause pain. Allowing your attention to come back to your breath, that beautiful breath in, not letting go, breath out. Bringing movement back to the physical body, wiggling fingers and toes, circling ankles or wrists. Letting the head perhaps drift from side to side. And if it would feel good to take a nice full body stretch, extend the arms overhead, extend the legs long, take the deepest, fullest breath of the day so far, fill up. And as you let it go, wrap your arms around your knees, draw them into your chest, give yourself the most beautiful, loving hug. That hug of thanks to yourself for carving out this time to be here today, to do this beautiful practice for yourself. Rolling to one side or the other, staying on your back, if that's your choice, just kind of giving yourself a moment to notice what might have shifted or changed through the practice this morning. Might have opened or expanded, released or let go. Finding one small thing that you can take off the mat out into your day, something, perhaps the thought of Aparigraha, the ability to simplify, to let go, to be open to new things. And find one small thought that just kind of rubs you the wrong way when it enters the mind during the day. See if you can let that go. Leave it on your mat here. Go out a little freer and lighter. And as you're ready to end your practice, find your way to a comfortable seat. And once you arrive in your seat, bring your hands to your heart. We bring our hands to our hearts, reminding us to fill our hearts with kindness and compassion, and to our lips, reminding us to speak words of kindness and compassion. To our third eye, reminding us to expand our thoughts of kindness and compassion towards ourselves as well as others, and in honor of the light that shines in each one of us, the light that unites us all. We bow and say namaste.